Hi there, and welcome to another one of our presentations called How to Create a WordPress Website That Converts. My name's Odin, and I'm with the Canadian marketing team, and I have Jason Ross here from Radiant Freedom as well. Hi, Jason. How you doing?
Yeah, pretty good. And it's great to be on your channel, and looking forward to this some collaboration we're working on together.
Thanks, Jason. So the first part of the presentation is going to be dedicated towards you understanding your headlines specifically, and then how to take those headlines and how to put that onto your WordPress website. So, Jason, are you ready to get going?
Absolutely.
Okay, so, let's get to this. Go ahead.
Yeah. So what Odin will be doing is he'll be going over how to craft the headlines, and then I'll be then going into WordPress and showing you how to then implement those headlines on your WordPress website.
Perfect. The first thing that I want to remind you guys is that we're going to be giving you some ideas here that can really act as an atomic bomb in your industry. So what is common in one industry can really open your mind in another. So the first thing I'd like you to do is grab your pen and paper and start writing down Headline Bank. And if you're using digital paper, even better, because those Headline Banks are going to come in great use later on in your business. So the number one reason for advertising, WordPress websites, all of your marketing not working is clearly you have the wrong message. So let's talk a little bit about developing your message. First, what I would like for you to do is I'd like for you to go out and know your competitors. Find out exactly in the marketplace where you are positioned. Find out what their headlines are, what headlines they don't have. I'd like for you to start thinking about creating your message based on filling the gaps that your competitors don't necessarily have. And then I want you to test and measure that on easy to implement forums such as Instagram and Facebook and LinkedIn and Alignable and all those other social media accounts, because that's where you're going to test and measure to see which headlines are actually getting better. So I wanted to use this example here of the moving company. And if you're going into the Yellow Pages, or if you're online or offline, or if you're going into Yelp, or wherever it is you're going, Google searches, whatever you're doing here, what are the two biggest visual that an ad has? And the two biggest visuals that an ad has are the name and the phone number. So here, when you're going to look for a moving company, you're thinking to yourself, oh my gosh, which one is any worse? Which one is any better than anyone else? And how can I really tell the difference? And that's when it gets into the educational spectrum. What we're wanting to do is we're wanting to move a person to show them that in their education of picking your company or any company, that you are positioning yourself as saying, I have the real information. I am unique in the marketplace, and this is how I'm unique. And so we want you to avoid using your name and number as a headline. It does not work. What we really want you to do also is to avoid reliability and authorized brands and specializing in competitive or completeness of service or all of this is just makes, if you can put your name in front of any of this stuff, that means that you're no better or any worse than them. And we want you to differentiate completely, and your headlines absolutely are able to do this. So let's take a look at this. Victory goes to the one with superior forces at the point of contact. In this case, in the moving company, it's the Yellow Pages. And do these ads address what John Smith wants? The answer is no. So when we take a look at that, and if your website, your WordPress site is just copying all the other WordPress sites and not using these marketing mediums such as a headline, then you're just falling into the typical trap, and you're not really going to generate leads for your business. And you can see, I can't tell which one is any better, any worse than anyone else. So let's take a look at the three major concepts, which is the alpha mode, the beta mode, and the reticular activators. The alpha mode is that kind of that autopilot where you just kind of get in your car, you know where you're going, and you don't pay attention to the 5,000 ads that are between you and your work, because there's about 5,000 ads that are thrown to you if you're watching the news on television, if you're listening to the radio, billboards. I mean, those are just offline. What about all the online ads when you're taking a look at your Facebook and so on? So what we want is your headline to really capture the person's attention by what we call getting them into a beta. And that means that it's their name. That means it's a smell. That means it's something familiar. That could be sirens. It could be because if a siren's going by, you automatically put into that awareness mode. And we're wanting you to use those headlines to paint a mental picture so that you get those people that are wanting to pay attention to the product and services that you're providing, that they pay attention to your products and services. And that's where we get into the reticular activator. But that's going to be talked about another time. We're just using this as an idea right now to paint a mental picture with our headlines. So let's take a look at the advertising formula. Do headlines, do you think that they catch your attention by pain or by pleasure? Well, the answer is pain. Pain is what really causes us to pay attention, or something just outrageous when it comes to looking at a headline, something that'll capture my attention. And what we want is we want compelling subheadlines also. And the subheadlines have to educate and relieve. And you want to offer some kind of freebie, some kind of special offer to say, hey, I'm not just going to relieve the pain and the issues that you have. What we're also going to do is we're going to show you how you can actually get more of what it is that you want, what it is that you're looking for based on that particular activator. And we want to put a little bit of scarcity or urgency in that special offer, saying that only for X amount of time will this be available. So here's an example of a good headline. What you don't know about synthetic motor oil is costing you money. And what we want is we want a powerful, disturbing headline. So here's another one. Would you rather change your oil at 60,000 kilometers instead of every 8,000 kilometers? And the answer is yes, because how much money are you going to be saving? And that's an example of a good headline and a really good subheadline. We can even see that we have another subheadline underneath that, saying that all material-based motor oils will wear out between 8,000 and 10,000 kilometers. So why does Motor Lube guarantee that you won't have to change it for 60,000 kilometers? I mean, really, it comes right down to you're educating the individual of saying, hey, I can save you money, and I can make sure that you get a better, a long-lasting, reliable oil than what you're currently getting, and you have to pay X amount of, probably most likely 10 times more. And so that's what we're kind of looking for and aiming for inside of your particular marketing. And you can see we're offering a freebie, a special free report as well. But today we're focusing just on the powerful headlines. So let's take a look at another powerful headline. What we were able to do is we're able to take that Motor Lube guarantee, and we were able to save 50% on oil changes using 100% high-tech synthetic oil. Plus, we'll pick up and deliver your vehicle, which is a really, not like, what? Who does that? Who does that in the marketplace? Now, if you're going to take this idea and apply it to your own business, you're going to probably get some pretty good success. So let's take a look. Powerful headline, compelling subheadlines. And then what we do is we actually educate. And so we can see right here the education portions. You're going to pause it. You're going to read all that. And you're going to see that it's actual real information. And this is not some kind of puffery that we're talking about over here. And we're real examples, real evidence, real actual information with a real free offer. So here's a good example of what advertising does. Advertising wants you to, around the world, the future of visual technology, look bright with ViewSonic. I mean, this is just an example of a really horrible headline. This advertising piece here cost probably between $3,000 and $5,000. How much sales did it get is what I'm really asking. Do you have a $3,000 to $5,000 budget to basically sell a headline like that? And the answer should be no, I don't. But here's an example of what we're going to do for a great headline. Screen for 30 bucks or crap your pants for under 10. 6 new hair-raising attractions at one location. Come see the best, forget the rest. And so that's just an example of a great, awesome headline. So let's take another look at another headline. Here's another $3,000 to $5,000 ad. Just does this headline really capture your attention? The answer should be obvious. It should be no. Is there headlines? No. Is there a special offer? Not really. Is there some education? Not really. So we take a look at this one over here. After a long day, the last thing I want to do is cook. So we picked on the pain button right here for this particular company, Gourmet to Go. So here's a sub headline as well. Here's another sub headline. And then what we have is some education plus free delivery. And guess what? We have a Mother's Night Off free special. And that's exactly what you're looking for when it comes to your specific headlines. Here's another example. Here's a sharp image, all about reliability. I mean, can you put your name and quality, you know, in that? I mean, are you able to duplicate that? Again, a $3,000 to $5,000 ad right over here. Didn't make any sales. Well, you know, when we take a look at compared to what we have over here, you can spend 11 minutes learning about buying leather furniture or spend the next 7 years wishing you had. And I wish I had the special report before I bought my leather furniture. So this is a really great way to make sure that you are maximizing the space in your advertising and marketing, all with headlines. So is this a good ad? When you take a look at this, it looks and it appears as though it's a good ad, better than the ones previously. It does offer a free brochure. But I mean, does the headline really capture my attention? Let's take a look over here. Is this ad a little better? I think that this ad is a whole lot better. And again, all we did, and you take a look here, you're looking to grow wealth. You're looking to protect it. So here what we have is the people who would like to invest their money but don't know where to get started. Which headline is a little bit better? And that's what we're looking for. We're looking for you to create a headline bank that is going to be able to be tested and measured, generating leads for your specific WordPress website. So let's take a look at another one. Here's another one, the free audio CD or free MP3 or free zip drive, whatever it is free right here. But if you're stockbroker Goose, he can kill your retirement fund. How to protect yourself in less than just 42 minutes. And here's just some more information. We have some more education and so on. Really, that headline is what captures a person's attention, and that's what we'd like for you to actually start focusing on. Here's an example of a great headline and marketing selling for you. Derek Sellinger, we worked with in the past, he wanted to get 100 bookings for his magic show, and he ended up getting all that with this one single advertising, and it worked very, very well. So what you're wanting to do is you're wanting to get attention. You want to get their people's interest. You want to engage in their desire, and you want individuals to take action. 3 problems everyone has when trying to get a small business loan for $50,000 to $2 million, and how First Commercial Bank overcomes every one of them. So what are you doing to make sure you're getting some great headlines? So do you really want the lowest bidding temp agency to provide employees for your company project? 6 closely guarded secrets of the mortgage industry revealed at last. You want your headlines to paint a mental picture. This is one of my favorite ones. You got the ugliest kids I've ever seen. That's exactly what they'll think when you get caught using the wrong photographer. Here's another one. We had the biggest, fattest guy we could find jump up and down in our HS27 control panel for 12 minutes just to make sure that he can endure any punishment the customer could dish out. And then you want to paint that powerful headline with those pictures. It's going to take a little while for you to get those, but start taking a look at headlines. I mean, how do newspapers sell ads? Or their newspapers, they sell it with headlines. So here's an example: learn to play the piano for free in 90 minutes. I mean, that is a fantastic headline. This guy, by the way, makes about $500,000 a month right now. He's opened up in all of North America, and he's going international with his system. Absolutely amazing. So here's what we call the headline bank. As I just mentioned, the easiest way to create a headline bank is to research and then duplicate. So what you do is you take a look at headlines that match your articulated sales argument points, your hot buttons, your level of importance and emotional intensity, and then you write about 40 headlines for every single project you're doing. And with that, I'm going to wrap it up and say we're going to pass it right over to Jason, and we're going to be talking about how to implement headlines in your WordPress site. Thank you so much for tuning in to this portion. Jason, it's over to you now.
Yeah, so what I invite you to do is at this point, make sure you click on that video link that will be showing up on screen either now or any moment now. I can't see the YouTube screen yet. And head over to my channel to see part 2, which is how to implement your headline in WordPress. So me and Odin will be back with you over there. See you soon.